Denis Villeneuve's Dune movie offers us a star-studded cast and a fresh take on the Dune franchise since David Lynch's Dune in 1984 and the Dune miniseries from 2000. In this spoiler-free review of the movie, we'll cover the film's intentions, the way it was adapted, and the way it has been received by general audiences. If you like these videos, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and click the bell so that you can be first to be notified of new videos. Liking my videos helps the YouTube algorithm get my videos out to more people. Now that that is out of the way, let us get straight into the Dune movie review. So I got to see Dune on the 5th of October as one of the first to see Dune in the UK. I saw it in an IMAX theatre among other media representatives. The reason why I didn't announce it on social media was because I didn't want to gloat, I didn't want to show off, and I didn't want to make those who follow me on social media feel left out. I also didn't review the Dune movie earlier because I felt there was no point with the staggered release. There was no exclusivity or anything like that, but I was glad that people were slowly getting to see this Dune movie. So, what was my Dune experience? Well, honestly, when I got there, I felt numb. Perhaps it was because of all the issues I've been having with my channel, maybe it was a little bittersweet. I didn't really have the best seat either, but despite all that, my emotions pushed through. I was moved in certain moments. It still managed to stir these feelings inside me. The opening scene is incredible. The eerie music, reminiscent of 2001 Space Odyssey for a brief moment, really sets the mood and transports you to the Dune universe. Hans Zimmer's score really transports you into the world of Dune. It's very different, it's moody, it's not a soundtrack that can necessarily work as a memorable standalone soundtrack, but it works as a mood setter. It isn't a conventional soundtrack in that sense, so it definitely goes hand in hand with the visuals that Denis Villeneuve creates. The size and scale of Denis Villeneuve's Dune movie really makes you feel small, but also part of this great, huge universe. And it does give you that sense of world building. The film has often been compared to The Lord of the Rings, but I don't think that's appropriate. I think it's its own beast. The cinematography was beautiful, the sets, grand and epic. The costumes, in particular, Lady Jessica's costumes were just stunning. Lady Jessica has never looked more elegant. They nailed the Duke's look, his regal military attire was just perfect. And he probably has the best looking signet ring that has come out of any Dune adaptation to date. Timothée Chalamet really fits comfortably into the role of Paul Atreides. The relationship between Paul and Duncan is quickly and easily established. Jason Momoa brings an endearing charisma to the screen as Duncan, and you immediately believe that they have a close bond, Duncan acting as an older brother to Paul. The movie is a mix between art house and mainstream, and perhaps in doing that, it becomes neither. But Denis Villeneuve made the movie he wanted to make, and it seems that he's very happy with it. And Dune has never been more art house. This is the most art house Dune has ever been and probably will ever be. If Dune was made into a miniseries, it still wouldn't be this art house, despite it having the potential to be a beautiful, successful, long TV series. I still think it had the potential to be the next Game of Thrones series, the next phenomenon, especially with this cast, but maybe that's just me. Denis often describes his films as love letters. According to him, Blade Runner 2049 was a love letter to the original Blade Runner film by Ridley Scott. And for Dune, it was a love letter to the big screen experience. Denis Villeneuve's Dune is like a tone poem. Not everyone will enjoy or understand that poetry, but like all art, it speaks to you in different ways. It forces you to think about what it means to you personally. And it often reminds me of my love for the book itself. So if anything, Denis Villeneuve's Dune encourages me to go back to the book it was based on, Frank Herbert's Dune, and dive into that world again. The movie leaves you wanting so much more after opening up this world to you. You yearn to see more of these characters, and perhaps that is completely intentional. I think the film ends in a way that if a second part never got made, the film would be complete as a standalone film. It has a clear conflict and a resolution. Of course, the Dune saga itself has so much more to explore, but from a purely technical perspective, as a film is told story-wise, it works. For a film that has a 2-hour 35-minute runtime, the pacing didn't feel slow to me at all. It certainly isn't perfect, and those topics will be explored in future videos, but I think it's important to reflect on art and how it affects you. What is the art trying to say? It doesn't matter if thousands of people hate something and you are the only one who likes it, and vice versa. It's all about how the art affects and changes you. The book readers will miss certain scenes that have been left on the cutting room floor, but those decisions were made due to length of time and the amount of people who get to see the movie to make more money. I wanted this film to get new readers to the Dune novels, especially younger readers, to open their minds to this vast Dune universe, rich with historical references, languages, religious symbolisms, ecological attitudes, and philosophies. The good news is it seems that the movie has been well received, which will definitely bring in new readers. The Dune movie is a great introduction to the Dune novels themselves, and if you haven't read the book before seeing the movie, you should definitely start reading them once you do. So many unfortunate things happened to get to this point of the Dune movie's release, with the pandemic and the pushbacks, but Villeneuve demonstrates that Dune can be made into a film, although it is half the story. The scope and scale of Dune can be applied to the big screen and work, without alienating audiences of today. And the proof of that is in the clever casting. Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, all who have come from big bodies of work in the past. I have quite a few favourite scenes, but of course I'm not going to spoil them, so I won't talk about them in this review. But do check out my new videos which will be coming soon that explores all of these in detail. But of course the scene of the Bene Gesserit when they leave Jessica, it just reminded me of the wonder of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The ship leaving with its lights is just pure cinema. That's all I can say. It's pure cinema. And with Hans Zimmer's accompanying score, it's the perfect marriage. And the bass and the rumble of the ship when it leaves, that can only be experienced in a theatre. And I'm not the biggest theatre goer. I really like watching movies at home. That's just me. Some of my favourite movies I discovered at home. But there are certain films which you really should go to the cinema to see, and Dune is definitely one of those, without a doubt. When I left the movie theatre, all I could think about was the score. In a strange way, it just stayed with me. I had to go back and listen to the score, and I listened to it on repeat, in particular the Sandstorm track. It just transports you into this other world. It's just so good. It feels that we are witnessing the birth of a new franchise, even though it technically isn't new, but that's the feeling that I get. And it seems that the studios are behind it, the filmmakers are behind it, and everyone is looking forward to making more Dune movies. Denis says the film was made as a love letter to the big screen, and he achieves that. What do you think of the Dune movie? Was it everything you hoped it would be? Are there some things you would change? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. If you like these videos, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and click that bell so that you can be first to be notified of new videos. If you wish to see more videos like this, you can support me on Patreon, and any help there would be greatly appreciated. Thank you to all my Patreons for your support. It means the world to me. Lots of exciting new videos coming in the future. So until next time, see you soon.